How's it going? Hey, Lemon Light Creature, Portier, Eachman? I wanted to pronounce it Eggman. Eggman. Hey, enjoy tomorrow. Yeah, I do wear glasses, actually. I'm out of contact lens. I have one set of contacts left, but they're chilling in solution. And I'm not sure how much longer I can keep reusing them before I get an eye infection. There's like a certain point where you just gotta stop pushing it. But yeah, you know, I finished work at the day job, and I was like, I ought to not let another weekend pass without doing a stream. This one probably won't be a super long one. But I did want to, you know, say hey. You gotta be like in the mood to broadcast yourself live and talk, you know, uninterrupted. But there's no real news. It's doing this again. This should be the end of the mural. I added this edition was because I've also been taking donations on Itchio, and a couple other places that, you know, there's anyone who donated just a straight donation should get their name listed here. So that's what I'm gonna do. But like I said, I'm probably only gonna go for a couple hours, and maybe stream later in the week. But I did find my inspiration for today was the Ferocious Tiger fruit snack. The mad nostalgia with that. I think this is the end. Like this column of fishes is like, even if I expand it, I'll just like copy this or shift it over, put some stuff in between. But like having time be at a premium recently, just not having a lot. I've also not been in the mood to work on this. Basically like a side project. It's like it has to be done to really sell Scrimshaw, but it's also like very tertiary to the main visual novel, which I still have a lot to go. Also just been like, I don't know, too tired. One of the quietest streams so far? Bro, it just started. It's the talking non-stop also is a skill I have not yet mastered. Oh yeah, usually people are talking. You know, that's on me. I didn't also, hello, enjoy tomorrow. Appreciate you stopping by. But I mean, I like listed this on YouTube moments before turning it on, so it's probably gonna be a very laid back one in general. You didn't know what to say? That's fine. I think let me see if it's set up. I might have shut Nightbot off because it's just crappy. At one point I was gonna like have a command for people who want to lurk. Oh yeah, there it goes. People who are lurking can say lurk. It's like a I often go into streams and, you know, just to watch them. Part of the fun of small streams is like every message gets read, but watching YouTube is often a passive activity, which I can very much relate to. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm just it's kind of spur of the moment. So that's the guy's shape. Let's give him his ferocious tiger stripes. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do is turn him into a layer mask real quick. This is a way to get rid of the white, leave only the black. There we go, and paste that in. Now I can draw directly on top of that, apply a layer mask. Stuff like that, knowing all like the hotkeys and stuff is at this point the primary thing trapping me in the Adobe ecosystem. Like, I feel like the internet art community has been rightfully going extremely hard on Adobe for their shitty business practices. And it's like, yeah, alternatives, and then it's like, well, I am so completely trapped. Like, I hope other people fight this good cause on my behalf and potentially make my life easier. Hey, Search in Darius, how's it going? Hey Nathan, how's it going? Oh, that's cool. You're streaming. Enjoy tomorrow. What are you streaming? It's fun. It's like I mean, I was complaining about not wanting to have streamed recently, but it is very enjoyable. I don't know. It's like sharing work in a different way. Dredge DLC, very cool. I will probably not stream video games ever so as to not subsidize that addiction of mine. But it would be fun to stream some games. I can definitely see the appeal. Streaming is also much harder than my naive mind initially thought. Like doing anything in life is harder than you first guess it'll be, but doing any amount of a thing is kind of like makes you enjoy the people who do it well more. Yeah, you panicked at one viewer. I mean, that's also relatable. My first attempt at streaming was actually before this. I like did Twitch like 3 times. It wasn't like a single focused art project, and I was doing like actual pen and ink. I made a pretty good illustration. Little nerve-wracking, but also exciting to see conversation. Yeah, you know, it's also like outside my comfort zone too, which is, you know, it's nice to pick up some stuff like that occasionally. That's like also benign and low stakes, you know, like. I feel like this shark's mouth is kind of inspired by those like with like the flying tiger P-51 noses. Were they P-51s? The World War, you guys know what I'm talking about. The World War II airplanes that had the mouth like could be exciting if anyone talked. I mean, from what I've seen, most streams you have to just talk and pretend you have people watching, and then people will engage, which is very difficult. Like it helps that I can't stream if I'm not doing this thing that I'm doing, because this is kind of like second nature to me, and I can just kind of BS about it. Hey, 6 of the silver. Thanks for stopping by my impromptu stream. It's not going to be a long one, but I might stream later in the week. I've just sort of been out of it, not kind of in the mood. And in terms of Scrimshaw, when I get the time to, you know, work on it, there's other stuff I want to do instead. As you can see, switching this to black and white, his eyeball goes in between 2 stripes, so it's like I have to fit it all in one color, but it's messed up the evenness of the stripes, which I don't effing care. Although maybe I do just a little bit. There, we can mostly even it out. Then this one, follow it. If it was earlier on in the mural, I would put this whole slab of text behind him, but I think we are down to the wire with remaining space, so I don't really want to be fussing with that. This just looks like a very pinstripe fish. Maybe this goes up a little bit more. I hope whichever illustrator painted this candy like 30 years ago he'll never know that someone's doing a study of it right now in the year 2024. It's like of the ways art can continue to live on, you know. You're never truly gone until the last person thinks of you for the last time. We keep the fruit snack shark's spirit alive. Hey Nick, how's it going? It is the brother, may I have some oats? He's also asking for oats as well. March does well in a starting sense because what I'm doing is niche. You know, I think it's only because I have like a game out that is like sort of this advertisement, and that my game was like so followed on YouTube. I'm kind of just making use of an audience that was handed to me, like a subscriber base. But I mean, my subscriber numbers are bogus because, you know, most people are only following me for the update on the next chapter. Like an actual streamer, like, I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is, like, I have like a cheat code that let me get some extra people watching. This guy was fun to draw. Shark bites were also a very good candy. Big fan of the fruit snacks. Why are those pigs so chunky? Because they want the oats. He's brother. May I have some oats? I'm starving. If you search for a brother, may I have oats, there's a very good YouTube video with the voice actor. Yeah, you gotta... I can't do it justice by describing it, but it is one of my favorite meme videos. Alright. Thank you, Fruit Snack Shark. Good work. We got all these, I'm leaving this kind of open so that this reads. This guy's kind of big. We got any requests? Otherwise, I'm just gonna go over here and grab one of these common fish. Blowfish. Bristlenose catfish. I like these. Calling a fish a duck. It's a pretty good fish, though. That's a cool looking dude. The booby. Thank you. Yeah. It's a very dramatic exchange. Actually, I could probably just play it on stream. Brother, may I have some oats? I don't remember if I played this on the left. We talked about the oat pigs for a while. But everyone needs to know. So... Here we go. 1 year later from the people getting crushed in the janky Titanic sub. Thank you. That's an anniversary.
Do you have any oats, brother?
No, that's not it. Brother, may I have some oats? This is the one.
Brother, may I have some oats?
No.
I am starving, brother.
As am I, brother. The tall, skinny figure has thrown the oats at me. Me, brother.
Me,
I
brother.
believe they have taken a liking to me.
No, brother. I have seen this before. I have observed many things. From the roaring beast that the tall, skinny figures crawl inside of to travel far beyond the horizon, to how the figure wept when the other had fallen into a deep sleep. And from my experiences, I have learned that they will give extra oats to one of us before taking them into the shed of no return.
Voice actors.
They will
giving
do
it
terrible
all.
things in that shed, brother.
Lies! That shed is where the chosen ones go to dine with our tall, skinny gods. You are a fool, brother, and you shall be left behind in the mud with your backwards ideas.
No, brother! You must believe me. Share with me the oats, and you shall not reach the desired girth for the tall, skinny ones. They will spare your life, brother.
Aha! So this was all a plan to steal my oats. You truly are despicable, brother. I will not trust your lies.
Brother, when they took me outside the reaches of the pointy fences, into the roaring beast and way over the horizon, I saw it. I was taken to a gathering of these tall, skinny figures. They paraded me around, brother, and I saw the truth. I saw the tall, skinny ones consuming our flesh. I could not have been mistaken, brother. The smell of the flesh was surely one of us. They suspended the flesh above a fire and let it burn before consuming it. They did not just consume it either, brother. They took pleasure from this.
Oh, God.
Their mouths curved a wicked smile, and some even let out moans of satisfaction from consuming our flesh, brother. The figures are consumers, brother. They are no different than the furry red demon that consumed and terrorized us and the feathered ones.
Your story amuses me, brother, but does not convince me. I shall have these oats myself and dine with the tall, skinny gods.
I am sorry for you, brother. Your eyes cannot take the blinding light of the truth, and you scurry back to your cave. I shall take care of your spawn once they consume you, brother.
So relatable.
As they have consumed your lover, our father, our mother, and many more.
Just excellent. So you are after my oats. Hey, Huega. Hello to Colombia. Thanks for stopping by. Prequel to Animal Farm confirmed. We are drawing for the supporter mural that's going to be at the end of the next part of Scrimshaw. So, it's just a short Sunday stream. I think I'm gonna leave this guy pretty simple. Give him, like, whatever this lateral line thing is going down his flank. And maybe a couple scales. Done. Oh wait, no, he needs teeth. Not done. There we go. Big toothy grin. The line work's pretty grainy, but it's sort of just been the look, so it doesn't matter. We need another fish. Hey Garuga. Keith, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by, Chindarius. Appreciate it. Easy. I'll do one of these guys. They're slightly dead in this photograph. We'll draw them as more alive. Wrong button. I have unbound the crop key from my keyboard for Windows, or for Photoshop. I don't know why, it's like there are shortcuts on the keyboard that 90% of the time are offering me nothing other than a button to push that's the one I don't need. finally am just like, there's no reason everything has to be standard. This guy, and not dead eyeball. There we go. See, you've come back to life, fish. Your memory will also live on, just like the fruit snack shark. One of the things that usually when I'm doing this, I'm like the end of the mural, the beginning of the mural has a ton of very small fish, and I think it will be unbalanced if it doesn't end with like a similar amount of tiny fish. If I can pull up a quick example, I can show you what I'm talking about. Being here, JPEG, Part 1. This is like the first part of the mural, which is actually like, I went back and I was looking at all my live streams, which the majority of them are just drawing for this, and I never time myself when I'm making art. I don't really want to know how long it takes me to do stuff. It's like actually distressing to get the complete number. But what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. I was saying I've been working on this a while, but going back to the very beginning, as soon as what's the, you can see there's just like many tiny fish. This was gonna be most of it, but I want to at least end. See, that's not even nearly as dense. These guys are tiny. What was I thinking? Are those guys dots? I don't remember if I turned these into fish or not. That might be a mistake. You can just see that there's way more, I think it's fine that the look evolved as it went on, but don't save. Anyway, we'll be fitting in a bunch of tiny fish here before it's all over. Here's a cusk eel. Hey Keith, thanks. Can't wait for the next part. Yeah, it's delayed because the original idea was I was going to do a bunch of small updates, and instead it's going to be a very large 2 chapters. But it's going good. Yeah, I'm disappointed with the lack of time. I don't know. I'm always fighting to get space to work on it, but it's going well. I like some of the art. It's like working, like constantly illustrating new stuff. Sometimes it's like you know, I rewind a little bit to go back to stuff that's been done, and I like what's been made so far. So it's getting there. You know, also when summer's over, I'm gonna have less hours in my day job because vacation really stops when school begins for, you know, most people you take care of in the service industry. So my hours will shrink, and then also I will be more incentivized to get something back published out on Steam. Gummy shark is the apex predator, probably among the gummies. Although who would want to fight a gummy shark or a gummy bear? I guess it depends on whose turf they're meeting, but this is a pretty cool looking fish. Colossal gummy crab or gummy polar bear. Yeah, don't they make those gummy bears that are like the size of a loaf of bread? I feel like a Godzilla-sized gummy bear would take everything. Although maybe someone makes like gummy people. They probably win by default. Ruining all these powerless. Hang on. I don't have OBS up. Okay, it's working. Gummy people. I guess they're Sour Patch Kids or a thing. Although I don't think a child would win against a gummy bear. Sour Patch grown adults. Do the Sour Patch Kids ever get a chance to grow up? Dark. Gummy worms. Actually, I would find that very amusing if it was gummy worms with a Y. You trademark that quick. Siegman. Siegman versus Sour Patch Kid. I think Haribo gummy bears are the best. Like, of all the junk food that lines the checkout aisle at the grocery store, it's the only one that tempts me. This guy is kind of my own take on this eel. This is the, that's why drawing animals is so much fun. It's like, you can totally screw up all their anatomy, but it sometimes doesn't matter at all. You just have fun. The more mammalian I get, the more I feel like I need to be accurate to feel satisfied. There we go. Brother, may I have some gummy worms? No. They are my gummy worms. They were given to me, brother. I like animals that have false in their name. Featherack. Oh, that's cool. I like this list of, pardon me, common names. I like Wikipedia listing things by the Latin. Like, I get why they do it, but it makes like going through the like the photo archives really difficult for me. They're probably like, I could probably name like 10 animals, like scientific name, but just ordinary stuff I cannot parse. Evolutionarily feasible dragons and wyverns. That's pretty cool. I mean, on Earth, we've got plenty precedent to work with of massive reptiles. They just had that damn comet come, fuck everything up. Totally cheap. Mesozoic was like 200 million years, and then some stupid rock spoils everything. I'll put this guy here. I'm consciously trying to not make a million layers today. I don't want to deal with it. I like this guy's tail. That's actually a lot of fun. I should know what stuff like that's called. I should investigate what the different types of fins are. Oh, the whole project is one layer. No, normally I like work in a million layers, but yeah, just for this, it's because this is all basically in place, and it's very simple. If I need to move something, it's all just black and white. Um, you know, I can just easily copy something, mark it out, and then paste it wherever it needs to go. But I was just saying that because my natural tendency is to just constantly add layers. Just even like instead of using save states or history states or an undo button, I'll just like have everything on like continuously like piling layers. Which really starts to tax my computer at a certain point. When I do like the paintings, it's especially bad. You do that too, yeah. It haunts me when I do stuff like After Effects, video editing, or you know, like motion graphics. Like you have to, you know, because everything has to render. It's not simultaneous like this, and you are punished for doing things this slow or inefficient ways. Like when your project timeline starts getting long, you really have to like have common sense with what you're doing. And I don't know that program that well. It's like for After Effects, I just basically rely on like these hand-drawn assets that like, it's the thing I do well is like illustration. So like I never really got into like how vector stuff works. There's a guy, what's his name? Actually, he's like one of the few YouTubers where I actually paid for his tutorial course because he's like very good at. Ben Marriott does After Effects tutorials, and he is like I feel pretty proficient in Photoshop. Like when I get handed like some crazy graphic I need to like recreate for a prop, like I like have my sense of what all my tools are in Photoshop, and it's like the depth of like his understanding of After Effects makes me feel like a know-nothing even in my own program. But like it's a very cool program. Like if I could clone myself, I'd learn how to use it and do that stuff. There's like a programming element to After Effects that is hard to describe, but if you see one of his videos, you get what I mean. Where like, you know, like if you want like a pattern of dots scrolling over the screen, you can create your one vector object and then literally like type in programming language how you want it to multiply and move. Which is, probably shouldn't blow my mind, but I have like, my background is not animation, so it's like, wow, you don't do it by hand? Holy crap, that's amazing. That's a good looking fish. Cockatoo. It's a good name for a fish. King of the salmon. Didn't know the salmons were a monarchy. That's pretty neat, but I don't know if we have space. Excuse me. Pardon me. Hey Stefan, how's it going? I'm doing a short Sunday stream. Look at that guy. What the heck? He looks too much like the other guy though. I just did. We might come back to that. Ask Copilot. Who wants this crap? This shit never gives good answers. Like, nah. Took too long. Lost interest. Do this guy. Thanks for stopping by, Keith. Put this dude here. Got his lower jaw like that. His eyeball is kind of perched right up here. This guy, I'm going to put some detail in the face, and then I'll leave like the rest of his body kind of rough. Because he's got all these jaggies, it might look cool. Slightly bigger than I intended for him to be. Hey Pengus, how's it going? Oh, yeah, I appreciate the I appreciate the purchase. And I'm glad you've been wearing the sweater. I do like how they turned out. They Fish gang assembled despite my last minute decision to stream today. Hey Gemma, how's it going? Yeah, it's a pretty okay Sunday. My workload at my day job was more than usual, but my buddy enough to work with, we like got through it all in record time, so I was feeling pretty good about that. But, oh, for also the people who just got here, we're at the, I mean, I said it was the end of the mural last time, but I think I like literally do not need much more than this. I haven't like counted and compiled the master list of all the donations, but I've, you know, more than enough stuff. If I expand, I want this column. I want this column of fish to be the very end of it. I don't know. However it ends, I want this to be like the final part. So if I make it any longer, these guys are going to get cut out and dragged this way. Hey Shitty Comics, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, I was almost feeling like, again, like I just wasn't in the mood to stream, but also I don't know. Once I start doing it, it's very fun. It's like kind of relieving being able to like take time off from the project but still work on a piece of it. Thanks for stopping by, Nick. Much appreciated. I know when I don't announce my streams, it's like a lot of me talking to myself. But I appreciate people still stop by. This guy's spine's turned out. When I've been drawing animals for the visual novel, I have kind of there is like a looseness to them that it wasn't in. It's not too different from part one, but I have adopted a little bit of the sketchy style. Like, not to this full extent, but... if this is how, like, I draw animals best, I'm not gonna stress any more about them being, like, perfect. You know, immaculate, clean line, Studio Ghibli things. Yeah, well, Bingus, it's like, I feel like when I tell you, it's like I'm asking you to come and Jenny. And like, I'm not gonna bother you with that crap. This guy's got this one giant spot in the middle. I don't know what that's about, but I'll replicate it. It's like drawing stuff like machinery or equipment or planes. There'll be like tiny little details that I won't know exactly what I'm looking at, but it's fun to replicate them anyway. Because there will be like some purpose to them. It's like, as opposed to like, what's the word, greeble for science fiction? Which is just like detail for the sake of detail, or detail for the like visual interest. I think there's like a big difference between sort of like random complexity and actual real complexity, you know. Nature has greebles, but if you would like look at any specific animal, all its like little nodes and bumps have like biological function. You know, they're not like assigned randomly. Greeble is just the attempt to like simulate detail, or it's like stylistic detail as opposed to like specific detail. It'd be like if you look at like a sci-fi plane jet versus like a real jet. You know, all the little details on like the real jet, like the crew that maintains the jet knows what each of those little like knobs does, whereas the artist is just trying to hit you with the visual interest. There's some balance to strike between the two. Like I played I played Armored Core not long ago, and this is a game that it's like a world built out of greebles, but like you can tell the people, the art team has been doing this mech shit forever, and you can just tell how much like there's real specificity to like their style. They're not haphazard in like what they're designing. There's like underpinning logic that makes it feel right. King of the Salmon. Yeah, that's apparently a thing. We can draw the Salmon King. Actually, let's draw the real Salmon King. Let's draw salmon with a crown. It'll be more fun. We don't need these pretenders. He's not even a salmon. There we go. This guy's royal enough. Divine right of the king. I don't know if he's gonna fit there. We can put him. I was saying earlier that the tendency of the mural has been to draw larger and larger, and I want to end it on a bunch of small fish, but I am like, alright, we'll put King Salmon here. So let's copy this guy. You want to eat the king salmon? Well, he probably has a lot of heirs. King salmon has a strong bloodline. We can, this is gonna put me to sleep, this music. We need to switch to king salmon music. There we go. I'll let chat vote on the crown, the variety of crown he has. So we'll leave room for the crown, like there. We'll make it bigger than his head. Salmon tastes like gilded or alloyed. No, he would probably taste very decadent. It would be a very fatty salmon. He's not out in the fields manual laboring, but he is in his royal hall feasting. And collecting tithes from his salmon subjects. Trying to arrange a palace coup to retake the salmon throne from the pretender king of the salmon. I'll also need like a scroll. Announcing that he's the real king of the salmon. What if it just tasted like regular crab? Regular salmon? You've never had crab leg before? Crab legs are good. That's super fun when you get like crustacean in a basket and you get to crack it apart. I think that's a good time. Getting out of the shell is fun. No, that's like the like with lobster you can get just tail meat, but that's not fun. You gotta break it open. you made Mix had to feast upon the carcass of a dead animal. Would people eat roaches in a bucket of salt water? Well, if the roaches are delicious and they stop looking like roaches, then they'd be called shrimp. And yeah, I'd eat the hell out of them. It is funny that lobster, you know, was the quintessential poverty food, like late 19th century. I think that is like the ultimate marketing success stories of someone that takes things that are like commonplace and rebrand them as like luxury or marketable. I'm way more invested in the salmon now that he's got all this backstory behind him. It's like, gotta draw him well now. Do we give him like a robe or something? Like the crown might not be enough. Actually, let's finish the body before deciding. Give it a robe. The robe might be like... I mean, you could even have a scepter if you want. I feel like, actually, yeah, if there was a cape, it could be like that. Because he probably needs his fin. Swim. He should not be too limited in mobility. Because he's gonna fight for his throne back. This is a warrior king. He's not fucking around. I guess we're going for like high medieval king and not like barbarian king wearing like fish skulls in his enemies. This is the type of fish where like the fish nobles will twist his fins and force a constitutional monarchy. Get super pissed. But first he's got to win the throne, right? Obviously. Bejeweled scepter. You know, when you're a king in exile, you really can't skimp on like the appearances, because even more than the sitting king, acting king, you gotta really sell your point. about your majesty and your right to be the true ruler. The music that played as sun rays from above shine through the water. Yeah. Maybe he's one of those kings that's like immensely popular while he's reclaiming the title of King of the Salmon. But his actual reign is very short. And it goes to like his child. Everyone's like, ugh. This guy. Because like the great kings always had like god-awful children. But he'll have died like a martyr they'll build fish monuments to. Got his back fin. We are almost to the crown. Good times create weak fish. Weak fish create war. War creates salmon kings. Yeah. It's the cycle of history. As Charles Darwin described it. Okay, so I like this. I'm liking his. It looks good. All right, crown time. I know what we're going to choose from in 1 second. We will choose from historical examples. You know what, Bing massively inferior to Google, as much as I do not like the Google monopoly. Here we go. Check this. So we will use democratic means. I think I can get higher res than that, actually. Go large? Yes. No, that is... There we go. All right, folks. I feel like this is pretty quintessential. 37. I like this type. 23 is pretty good. Actually, This might be an even better example. This is a little bit too much. I ain't doing that. Also, he doesn't need a Pope hat. I'm ruling that out. This has got a very, like, makes me think of, like, Venice or something. Or maybe that would be, like, Eastern Europe? Venice didn't really have a monarchy. They had, like, merchants. Cool crown. Yeah, this is the Brockhaus and Ephron Illustrated Encyclopedia. And, yeah, first off, it's gorgeous, but also, excellent to pull from, being public domain, if you need just old etching stuff. Like, I did a fake bottle of vodka once that used one of these crowns. Does crown imply Salmon have established mining and transportation districts of civilization, or did they find crown and spawn ground one day? Nah, they definitely forged it themselves. I don't like the idea of it being... Although if they found it, it'd be like an Excalibur type situation that was like... And maybe they did find it, and it's like divine right is... in its essence tied to the actual crown itself, because they can't smelt a new one. You use these crowns for a burger. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, actually. I don't know if I used Brockhaus and Ephron, but I did something similar with that. Just as far as like reference goes, it is fun, like if you do have to do a crown, to not just do something generic. Like, real life is way more intricate, I feel like. This one has fish on it even, that's kind of... I probably have pulled it up. I love this, I frequently make use of this encyclopedia. Alright, I'm putting up a poll. 23, 37... 20. These are your options, chat. There we go. 31 enjoyer. Yeah, 31's got kind of the aquatic theme going on. 37, like, is so quintessential, like, crown, though. I kind of don't want to mix and match elements. Like, I guess I could put those fish on top of these spikes, but I feel like the spikes are pretty good as is. The fleur-de-lis matches the additional ornament more. Hey Faye, how's it going? Oh, the background's loud. Thank you for letting me know. It's a big event. It's we're crowning the king of the salmon. Where is it? See, this is not a salmon. He's a pretender. So we're doing the real king of the salmon. $37 has one, so that's what we're going with. He's the king of the people. He lets you, lets people weigh into these things. Yeah. Yeah. The brother may I have some oats has made it onto the mural where they have. Yeah. We played it earlier because someone had not seen the video. And it's important that everyone sees that video. That is those pigs. We're all on the same page now. We know what the pigs are. See, this is a king of the salmon. He's got his blaring background music. Like paying people off on the Pretender's King court, sabotaging them. He's gonna poison their mead. Hey Velvet, how's it going? We're crowning the king of the salmon right now. This is a very historic moment. We'll be in fish lore for millennia. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Try to make your microphone in the red room section. Let's see. Probably turn down the music. Yeah, I think my voice peaks in the yellows. I really just... My audio is actually messed up on... This will take longer to explain than anyone cares, but the audio jack of my iMac is broken. And because that happens, it's like I can't manually tell it nothing's plugged in. So to capture from multiple sources, I gotta do all this other stuff. And there, I don't know if there's even a way to control a lot of it. It's kind of a mess. Well, you just got a new mic, so you probably do know more. Definitely, like, as someone who is using a built-in microphone. Actually, my ignorance of audio really comes out when I start doing sound effects work. Like, I don't even understand the vocabulary of sound design. I don't know what any of the knobs do. And I have trouble distinguishing, even after, like, I change things, like, how exactly things have changed. So, I don't know. I mean, that is the one thing Reddit is really good for, is getting spoon-fed advice. I'm the same way with programming, where I need, like, a really... Like, if I need an answer for something, like, I need the dumbest version of the answer given to me, like that assumes I know literally nothing. I don't know. I have my few areas of expertise, and when I go outside those... Give some highlights to the middle of the crown here. There's Scrimshaw fans younger than that iMac. Unfortunately true. On my iMac's part. Keep moving around when talking, and then the audio cuts out. That's like, dude, trying to... Not only, like, trying to troubleshoot something you don't know, but troubleshoot in a live situation. Or even, like, at work when your deadline is, like, right now. And you're trying to figure out, like, why some shitty FTP file upload service isn't working. That is incredibly stressful. That's why people like teaching videos. Yeah. It's the, it's like the dopamine of getting the... I don't know. I feel like you know something for like a 2-minute window. King Cape. Look at these horrid results. These are terrible. We want an actual king's... Like, these are shit. This is like... This is entirely costumes. This looks like AI or something. This looks like an actual historical example. Maybe if I do royal gown. Royal gown king. No, same shit. I'm really invested in this fish now. He's got to be wearing the finest. Alright, this isn't good. Maybe we just do this. Googling for a very specific problem is definitely one of those times where the internet roll initiative for you. I think teaching is a skill set in itself. Like, there are a lot of good artists that can't also explain what they do in a way that other people can, like, recreate it. But, you know, you have someone like James Gurney who is, like, I don't know. I mean, it's a type of communication, I guess. I think, and it's like communication plus, like, empathy for, like, what the student is missing, you know? Like, royal mantle. Oh yeah, using the specific word probably makes a big difference. There we go. There we go. Kind of like this one. I like how they all have this, like, cow spot pattern or whatever the heck is going up top. Dual experience of being a golden straight A child to a grad student being called slow. Is grad school more like a boot camp type toughen up thing? Maybe they're bullying you on purpose. Like as like a hazing thing. Unironically. When I finished my undergrad, I'm like totally different discipline, but like I wouldn't have been able to do any more school. Like even if I enjoy learning, just the writing papers and stuff, it's too painful. The cycle of academic abuse continues. Beam. Oh, they're ermine spots. Okay. Yeah, don't let them cook the niceness out of you. Because then when you get into like actual professional working environments, they'll be like, let's work with Faye, she's the one who's not an asshole. You know? It's like... Now that I know it's ermine, he's definitely got to have the spots. He's not that fake king of the salmon that doesn't wear ermine. Do you want a lord who doesn't wear ermine? Come on now. Okay, now we just have a scepter left. Winter 4. Oh, I like that. Yeah. Velvet, these are top-notch ermine facts. Yeah, man. He's got to show up all the other fish around him. Royal Scepter. I guess because he's going to war, we could give him like a royal sword or something. Like maybe there's like a ornamented sword. Because he's got to take back the throne. He's leading. Maybe we just give him like a... Yeah, we need to go back to... I want him to have a weapon. Wikimedia Commons having problems at the moment. Ornamental sword. No, that is a... I don't want to give him an Elden Ring weapon. I'll do the internal air fish next. Alright, if my stream's not interrupted, this is a Wikimedia problem. What if I type in museum? There we go. It's got kind of a Viking feel to it. This is a very important choice. I don't feel like he would have a curved sword. I also want medieval period. How specific? Late medieval? Yeah, Wikimedia is messed up. Let's do one of these. Sushi. I need a sushi sponsor. It's mail order sushi. Once a month sushi box. Remember when like Loot Crate sponsored every single person on YouTube for like a several month period? Like every content creator was pretending that that fucking garbage was worth owning. Canned fish sponsor. I could unironically do that. Dramatic music as he's showing the blade that will draw the blood of the false king. Short stabby sword for less underwater drag. Well, his ceremonial sword might be different than the one he takes into battle. Or maybe it's not. Maybe he's just that legit. He knows he won't be killed and taken as a trophy. He's going to be one of those Alexander the Great types that believes his own hype. So much visual research went into the king. Oh, shit. Jesus Christ. Let me not accidentally close the file without saving. That would have been very difficult. I've been saving like a paranoid person recently, and has been paying off. I, like, had a power blackout the other day, and I only lost like a half-hour work. Everything's getting backed up on like multiple drives and stuff, so yeah, I'll zoom in so chat can see. Gambling. Gambling sponsors. What's it called? I don't even remember the one gambling site that one dude got busted. Yeah, always save. Dude, you know what will remind you to save is like the haunting memory of the files you've lost. Pieces of art that are just gone. We could give him like a title underneath to describe him as the true Salmon King, but I feel like it should be visibly apparent that he has the right to rule all these fish. Divine right. He's gonna be the fish of the day. I'm telling you now, I can't top that. Great tattoo. I don't know if I told this, but the one time someone got something I drew tattooed on them was the dancing guy from the Wes Anderson film that I drew. And the guy contacted me on Instagram, like he found me and sent me a photo of it. It's like, it's like kind of surreal. This guy would fit in like I used to have a book of like Russian prison tattoo. It was actually like a 3-volume book series. It was pretty awesome. See if I can find it. it's an older book that was actually sponsored during the times of like the Soviet Union, which is odd that they would fund that kind of like anthropological stuff. But what they wanted was like a index, because there's like a language to this stuff, and they wanted something that they could show to their police forces that would like accurately say what this stuff means. But really cool book series. But like, they always have all this like very royal, very medieval stuff. You know, you could like have the kingfish here. And it would mean something like you spent like 10 years in the gulag or something, and have some real specific meaning. The pirate cat, yeah, it's a classic. We'll follow this up with a very simple mackerel. That's the same thing. Is it? We can change from medieval music. Stars on shoulder. You killed someone or were in a band. I used to work with a guy way back in a restaurant who had 3 teardrops on his face. And one day I talked to him about it, and he did in fact serve a very long prison sentence for murder. He was reformed. So most of these guys are really small remaining. It's more fun to draw larger things. I feel like both. Also, for anyone who wasn't here at the beginning, this is the Tiger Shark Gummy. Very important addition to the mural. King Salmon, good candidate for temporary tattoos. Actually, yeah. The temporary tattoos are something I definitely want to order a sample of to begin with. Because I don't know like how fine detail you can get and have it still look good. I don't know. Yeah, ferocious tiger shark fruit snack, trademark reserved. It's a classic. Everyone would be like, they'd finish part 2, and they'd be like, did he seriously forget the ferocious tiger shark fruit snack? That happened? This guy doesn't know anything about the ocean. Imagine forgetting ferocious tiger shark fruit snack. Hang on, there's a mosquito. Medieval cryptids section of the... Actually, you know what we could do? The ultimate medieval cryptid. Just straight up do a unicorn. Yeah. I love this tapestry series. Wait, did I do a unicorn before? Or no, we were talking about unicorns. Actually, yeah, we're too close to the unipigeon to do a unicorn. We could do one of these guys. Oh man, we could do them. We just do that whole thing with the boat, even. Let's copy this straight up. This guy's pretty amazing though. Has he got eyeballs on his head? It's pretty great. Hang on. You finished the first Sherlock Holmes novel. You were more emotionally invested in the Mormon arc than you expected. Yeah, isn't it like huge? That's was it a Scarlet Thread? The first Sherlock Holmes, it's like in describing like who the victim was. Like a full third of the book is the narrative of these people in the like American West, and they're being terrorized by Mormons. And I was like, wow, this is a lot of Sherlock Holmes book without Sherlock Holmes in it. Yeah, in that sense, it's really interesting. I don't know. It feels like as his first book, he was. It's almost like he didn't know the appeal of Sherlock Holmes. Like he didn't. Let me start this poll. The short stories are like really laser focused on like just the Sherlock Holmes. Study in Scarlet. Yeah, okay. It's like if it wasn't Sherlock Holmes, I would have read it and probably been like, huh, you know? Hound of the Baskerville, I think, is one of the novels. I remember being the best one. But even that one, like, the format is much more Watson than Sherlock, even. You didn't read the books? Did you ever read the short stories, though? Because, like, I feel like most people don't read the books. But they do read the short stories. A Kelpie or a Hippocampus? Let me see what those are. Oh, Serpent Guy is sweeping. Wait. Is Hippocampus a thing besides the brain? I think that's the memory part of the brain. Alright, we're gonna start with the Serpent Guy. It's unanimous. Where's he gonna fit, though? Well, you now have a Fate Stay Night. We got that release. I think fiction does, like, is really, like, gateway to making history accessible. Horsefish. Are the Greek winged horsefish? Oh, cool. Wait. That actually sounds awesome. That's actually really cool. Yeah, we gotta do one of these. We'll come back to that serpent, because I gotta ponder on where he goes. If I do these guys smaller, they'll fit there if I do them small. Yeah. I like the Sherlock Holmes story where Arthur Conan Doyle was so sick of writing Sherlock Holmes he tried to kill him. Or he did kill him off. Then very shortly returned to writing more. Because it's all anyone wanted to read from him. When you lived in London, the fabrics vandalized the old hospital building. He jumped the fangirls. That's... Dude, people were so into that BBC adaptation, and I watched it and I was like, I don't see it, man. I don't think that's like... Are there real monsters in Sherlock? No, it's very grounded. Well, spoilers, but Hound of Baskerville sets itself up as a supernatural story. You know, and Holmes, you know, and Watson are the rationalists. It's like Scooby-Doo before Scooby-Doo, but it's also like one of the most classic ones. Yeah, I don't think there's ever been a... Like, I read all of it. I might be wrong, but I don't think he ever did a supernatural story. Also, Arthur Conan Doyle pretty much invented the field of forensic science, like, with his fictional characters, you know, rambling, which is... I don't know if there's like another precedent for something like that in fiction. Like, that's kind of remarkable. Look at a footprint in mud and be like, ah, this person is 6'2". Yeah, and it's almost like some of the stories, it's like the leaps in logic and deduction. It almost like uninvites the reader from trying to figure out the story as well, because it's like, well, yeah, the guy with X-ray vision is just gonna look into the safe at the end and tell me what's in it. So like, why would I? And there will always be like a twist, so it's like, you know, like the best ones are where like he's perceptive to something that you could have perceived as a reader, which is, you know, the hallmark of most great detective stories. in like the history of Sherlock Holmes spin-offs, I'm sure there are like supernatural iterations. I'm pretty sure I've like actually like read some of those too, and I just forget them at the moment. Fate had to handicap him. Actually, if you want, this is a... I will recommend this to anyone, but this is it. Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective. You can probably get it cheaper. This is actually so good. The short version is that you'll get the game is like 8 stories. And there are these pamphlets, and you read them, and it's like the first few pages of a Sherlock Holmes story, and then you have a directory of London, and you decide where in London you should go to investigate it, and your score is based off how many places you had to visit before you could figure out the answers, and then how many of the questions you answer successfully. So if it's describing, so-and-so was shot outside the factory, you can go to the directory and look up the factory, and then you read the description of the crime scene, and you find a half-smoked cigarette, and then you can visit the tobacco shop, and you can find out who smokes that type of cigarette. But it has, like, a ton of red herrings, like, written into the story, so you do have to be, like... They're very challenging to solve, but it is very fun. Like, and it's not like a board game where, like, you move around like a board or something. But the only downside is you can only play it once, because then you know the answer. This is too cheap bid, 200. Edgar Allan Poe wrote the first forensic detective story. Oh, I don't know that one, actually. Was that the one that got adapted into a film recently? There was an Edgar Allan Poe story about, like, a murder in like a boarding, like some kind of school. They filmed it, like, in Ligonier, Pennsylvania, which is near where I live, I think. You can read any historical fate work now. Because you can imagine them as their hot fate counterparts. Isn't, like, Nero like an anime babe or something? That might be This game is too hard, I'm gonna look up a guide on YouTube. I mean, I guess. You probably could. I think there is, like, a video... Actually, no, I know there is, like, a... It's an old FMV game from, like, the 90s that essentially is this game. Like, one of the... Like, a few of the cases from it, but... Oh, the other great thing about this, dude. Each case... like, you have the story, and it comes with a fake London newspaper. The way he's always reading the newspaper and, like, getting clues from it? Like... It gives you this like whole ass front page of a newspaper to read. It's like, it's very cool. You don't have the attention span to play the show like technically it's like it's also a game you can play single player because it's just like reading and thinking, but because it's hard it makes you feel dumb. That's a experience that's more fun to share. I love the seahorse thing. This is pretty excellent. I do like FMV games, actually. They're, I feel like for their impact, there are not that many actual FMV games. There's a FMV Ace Attorney style game that came out maybe like mid-2010s, like 2013 or something. And it's like the weirdest acting. It's like perfectly threads the line of like low production hack work, but people who like trying their hardest and loving what they do, so it's actually kind of amazing. But if you like FMV games, Contradiction the Game. This. This guy is such a weird actor. It's this bald guy in a cowboy hat that you play as. And he's like overacting like by like 100% in like all his facial expressions. But the gameplay is like exactly like Ace Attorney, where like you like walk around, collect things, and then show them to people at the right point in dialogue. This guy's taking the day off. He's not pulling any chariots. Alright, I'm actually gonna take a real quick bathroom break. I will be back in like 5 minutes. Be right back. I'm back. Stream window. There we are. Not enough Katamari music. I like this from last time. Listen to Fandango again. Anything that can be turned into a game should. Dude, Steam achievements, I think is like I think they're like South Scrimshaw has achievements, but I don't think they count towards your total yet because it's a free game. It's unfair. Hey, Crow Wicked. Yeah, I really haven't been feeling up for streaming most days this past couple weeks, but I finished work kind of early today, and I was just like, you know, I need the stream. I haven't done it in a while. You can't even display it as a featured. Yeah, so when I asked them, it's an automated system, so there's nothing to appeal, and it has to do with like interaction, which is like, it's a short game, you know. It's like people aren't going to be playing it for like 30 hours or something. It should have enough owners. I haven't checked in a while, but it's like past like 80,000 on Steam, so like I don't know. I want it to count. You know, I enjoy my dumb Steam profile crap. See you, Pingus. Discrimination, yeah. It all goes back to it's free. If it wasn't a free game, it like, I don't know. But also, it's a generated revenue too, because people buy the DLC. So like, It can't just be like money alone being the difference. I don't know. That was really fun to draw. Find 50 shrimp to get additional lore. I will say, I'm a fan of visual novels that are just straight up. They're called kinetic, is when like you have no gameplay and no choices. You know, you're just straight through. I might do something with choices in the future, but I didn't want that for Scrimshaw. Hey, Gilgaz. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. If you're still here, you can see the king of the salmon is the fish of the day. Easily. We got to take that Twitter shot for later. Alright, what's next? Now that we did this guy, I feel like the serpent is gonna be redundant. I'll just stick one of these guys here. Yeah, visual novels, they have a weird reputation. It's like a love to hate type thing. People who like them really like, or it's like people who try them tend to like them. It's like long ago graphic novels and comic books had a very similar stigma that's almost entirely gone today. Whereas like even people who don't like graphic novels like even recognize that's a term. Because it's just like anything that's like written word can be good. And in visual novels it's just written word with like multimedia. They're heavily you know, the origin of visual novels being like really closely tied to adult products. You know, people like that association too much to like not bring it up, like it's too humorous. I don't know. Too many visual novels these days are about subverting visual novels, and you know, Katawa Shoujo got released on Steam, and like I wanted to, you know, I posted just like signal boost it, and I almost like went into that, but it's like no, it's just inviting argument. But yeah, no, I totally agree with it. It's like like the urge to like deconstruct it's like they want to indulge in genre trope, but also like break the fourth wall, wink at the camera and be like, we're not one of those games. It's like, you and I, we're cooler than that. And it's like, no, it's like, make something like sincere, you know? I don't know. I know exactly what you're talking about, though. I think what I was gonna... the way I phrased it in my tweet is it's like... if you write from that cynical perspective, it's safer as an author, but it's like poisonous to sincerity. And just like Katawa Shoujo is like a game that's like cringe as hell, but is sincere, and that's like why people resonated with it. Subverting, yeah. I mean, and there's definitely a place for like genre critique, and you know, some of the best visual novels like Higurashi require knowledge of those tropes because it does like play on your expectation when like horror happens instead, but it's like, yeah, it's easy, and it's also if like you're deconstructing, you still have to like build on top of that. And it's almost like you have to build more. Like, if you were doing, like, a detective novel, and it's, like, classic noir, you know, so you're gonna, like, deconstruct the hard-drinking detective, and you want to write him as, like, an alcoholic, it's like, okay, but it's like you need to, like, replace what you're taking out with, like, original content. But yeah, I really don't like that voice that things tend to be written in frequently. No, I agree with you, Faye, about H novels. I mean, it's like, I don't know. So, like, one of the best visual novels ever made is called White Album 2. It's from Leaf Studio. This. It's like... and it's got adult content. And it's like, it's from a studio that made its name with that stuff. And it's like... obviously not everything in the genre is good, but it's like, you know... the people deconstructing stuff need to, you know... they're not gonna make something this good. Even bad stuff, like pulp literature, has its cultural purposes. These days it's things like trash TV. Yeah, I agree, and I think with, like, you know, pulp literature, or, like, real genre stuff, it's like, there's, like, a simplicity to them. It's like they divest themselves of realism in most senses to, like, tell a focused story. And that's a lot of times just what people want out of fiction, is that story, so it's like... you know, there's value in that. And you can, like, have, like, you know, silly characters that aren't real, you know? They're, like, within, like, the confines of the story. Like, I don't know. You know, and I can get people who, like, don't enjoy visual novels, you know, they're obviously not going to be for everyone, but, if someone's making visual novels, it's like, what's even the motivation if you, like, you think you're better than them or something? Even like video games have largely lost their stigma. Visual novels are coming back. I believe it. It's not a dead genre. We got all those Type Moon games coming out. They're like actual new releases these days. I work too slowly to help the genre out in any meaningful way. But like, it's like the idea of kitsch, allegedly art so vanilla that it isn't art anymore. Yeah, I agree with that. That's actually a really good comparison. I think a lot of my perspective also is it's like like, you know, the amount of time I've spent working in film and art departments, of all the projects I worked on, maybe like 2 were worth watching, the rest were jobs. But it's like the monumental effort to even produce something mediocre, you know, and then even something mediocre you make, someone will just watch it at a time of day when like they wanted something on TV, or just the stuff he did right will strike them correctly and they'll enjoy it, you know? So it's like, oh my god, well this isn't War and Peace. It's like, yeah, it's not Tolstoy, you know? I don't know. And I'm not trying to like make some statement that it's like there's nothing like good and bad, but I'm heavily triggered by people who think that like talk shit on visual novels, man. You need your husbando visual novels. I feel like Persona 5 played very hard into the husbando characters. You could go down the Atlas rabbit hole. Although you did the what was the surgery ones? Trauma Center. Hot Wheels Sisyphus. Also, hello Larry. Thanks for stopping by. New spider genus. What does this mean? Spoon feed me, I'm confused. What the heck is this? It's just a Hot Wheels. Google. It's the genus Hot Wheels. Oh, I see. Well, if we can't get a good photo of one, I'm not sure I can draw it. That's pretty cool to find a new genus. You know, Thalamus Hitler Eye. That's a spicy name. Alright, we can have a bug. Not a lot of bugs in this mural. Thanks for stopping by, comics. Michael Jackson eye. Oh. Dude, maybe we do this bug instead. This is the Hollow Knight looking buddy right here. This one's named after Hitler. Let's not do him. Let's do this guy instead. Michael Jackson, also nefarious, but... We're gonna overlook that. It's not the Beatles' fault. Gotta get it. It's a hermit crab? Hang on. We'll do that guy anyway. Oh, it's an extinct hermit crab. Bing image search, failing me again. Doesn't even know the extinct hermit crabs. Oh jeez, this is like a... Alright, we'll see. I'm gonna finish this beetle. The whole Jackson case was pretty clouded, but it's definitely one of those, like, where there's smoke, there's a fire type situation, where it's like, I don't know exactly what's going on. The dude clearly had a traumatic upbringing, but, like, I would, not leave my kids in his care. Also, I'm probably too dark a topic. Let's talk about something else. Alright. I might, do one more fish and then call it. Everyone should play visual novels. I'm actually gonna do something simple for the final one, just so I can wrap it up. Ugh. Back to the common fish names. Do I own any game merch? Do I? Yeah, actually, I got art books are one of the few things I have collections of and spend money on. But I have the art book for Danganronpa V3. I believe that qualifies as game merch. It's entirely in Japanese, and it's like the text is too small to have like the phone translate it, so it's a pretty cool book. Most of my game stuff is all digital commodities. I used to have consoles, but right now I've only got a Steam Deck, and I've got a my 3DS is still hanging around. You've gone down the anime figure rabbit hole. I sometimes see some of them and it's like pretty cool. But I got nowhere to stand stuff. Also, after like there's a certain amount of moving that like forces like a minimalist mindset. Like, even my books aren't... Like, I mentioned that book, but I don't even have that here at this place. It's like, I need to get a book on taxonomy. That seems like its own rabbit hole. The most expensive piece of, like, anime stuff I've bought. One of the few exceptions to me never buying stuff is when they did that giant Evangelion box set collector's edition. It was, like, limited to, I forget, like, how many they, like, actually manufactured, but it was very few. But I waited on the webpage, hitting refresh over and over again, and I was able to get one for only the low cost of 1 month's rent. Worth it. Eyeball's too big. Hey Chandarius, you're in time to catch the final fish. Alright. That was a shorter stream than usual, but don't do that. That's all I had in me today. Fish of the day. It was gonna be this guy, the fruit snack, but Kingfish, the collaborative effort, decking him out, definitely improved him. Oh, you paint Warhammer. That's on the topic of Warhammer, where near where I live, in Ligonier, there's a guy who makes really accurate, like, small replicas of like soldiers from throughout history. I think he does like Revolutionary War era, but also like late classical and stuff. But he funds this shop by like selling Warhammer stuff, and apparently he's like, people seek him out to like get his Warhammer goods. I don't know if he's like painting them or something. Toy. I think this is the guy. Yeah, that's the dude. I just want to find some pictures of the shop. It's pretty cool. Anyway, it seems like a cool hobby. I love like sculpting. Anything three-dimensional is very satisfying. Yeah, the fish coronation. Well, we found it. There's a fish called King of the Salmon, which is bogus because he's not a salmon. So this is the one and true king that's gonna take back the throne. Kit bashes out of various plastics. That also sounds cool. Yeah, so all I wanted out of Lobotomy Core was the visual novel element. So I just like mainlined all of the like all the cutscenes, which is pretty lame, but it's a cool story. It's like I like stuff where as you're playing, it gets progressively weirder. I think that's like a admirable trait. Just like the unpredictability, I think, is something I enjoy. You sold your army to buy a computer stream equipment? Well, that's computers, I feel like, are a really good investment in almost every circumstance. Unless your like computer build is like something really weird that won't age well. Five hours is short for a visual novel. Dude, visual novels, it's like, I don't know why they feel they have to be 100 hours to be valid, but yeah, I've seen a lot of people do like figurines. It seems like you need like a thin acrylic because they're so small. I've seen people do like crazy stuff with airbrushes, which is a machine I've never understood or been able to use. You know, I would if I was less tired, I'd be able to do a longer stream, but I might have to call it here. I'm struck. 5 hours is nothing. I like I know the sequels are different gameplay, so I haven't spoiled those for me yet. I don't know. I'm glad that studio found success with Lobotomy Core, because it's definitely like, you can tell there's like a spark behind it, and it is one of the best realizations of that like SCP industrial monster terror oil refinement type, you know. It's got a lot more structure than SCP-2, you know, like there's a reason for them to be doing this stuff, and it's like, it defines the cosmos that it's like pulling the terrors out of, to some extent. I don't know, it's a really cool work, and I like the character design. Like, it's just like, the gameplay, just like, what the fuck, like, make a sim or make a real-time strategy, but it's just like, I just got filtered by this like combo of like real-time strategy and simulation. Like, I don't know. Fake gamer, yeah, it's true. Hey, I just got the Sekiro true ending, so I know how to play video games. Okay. Yeah. Cyberpunk. Yeah. You'll find out I'm making a linear visual novel in Renpai, then I'm toast. They're putting me away. Gamer card revoked. SCP is cool when you're in high school and kind of lame after. Yeah, but it's like, but it's like the potential is there, you know? I feel like Lobcore is the realization of the potential. SCP also, you know, I feel like it's like, anything collaborative has like a cutoff point where like it's like the collaborative community has to be like large enough to actually generate work, but when you hit this like critical mass, it flanderizes like immediately, where it's like self-referential instead of being like original content, and you get like the social hierarchy begins to like calcify of like who's on top, who's in charge, and it's like everything eats itself that way. I don't know. The story of Lobcore is probably better if you do the gameplay, like, you know, I don't know. Like, having to like earn the cutscenes would give them more weight, so doing it the real way is probably the right way. This mosquito's been in front of me the entire time. You liked SCP more when it was grounded and abstract, and not the omnipowerful supercomputer. Yeah, power scale. Game name the movie. It's like, yeah. Alright. I'm like, he being like, oh. Alright, I'm gonna eat some dinner and then play visual novel. I just started one that seems okay, but I feel like it could still tip either way, so I'm gonna wait before recommending it to anyone. But hope everyone has a good rest of the evening or day. Hey Sharon. Oh, you're just here to catch the very end. When will I stream again? I'll try to stream, this weekend. I'll try not to do like a whole month. But Sharon, just because you got here, I can show you what, the art was today. Also, the last song on that album is kind of crazy. We did, it's more of the mural. Hang on. I have and the fish of the day was the Salmon King. Very important. Yeah, usually my streams go longer than this. I'm just kind of whipped. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoy the rest of your evening. And yeah, I'll try to not wait a whole month before I stream again, because I do enjoy this. Even when I was like tired, I'm glad that I streamed today, because it was a good time. So, I'll see y'all later. Take it easy.